Hello, everyone, and welcome to the All Four Downs podcast featuring the Four Downs, Three Counts production. I'm Ovi One, and today I am going to announce a quick version of my top 25 and what's to look for the week 5 as we enter the spectacular college football road to the playoffs, which, man, it started early. It really has, and the resumes are building up and everything else. And of course, I got to say thank you. Yes, thank you to all the listeners out there for tuning in, leaving your comments, and following the All Four Downs podcast. Your support means everything, and keep this growing every week. Whether you agree or disagree, or you might think I'm smoking something, I know I got you, and I read it all. And then a lot of you are questioning as why certain teams are not on my top 25, and your thoughts of how I see things. And I'm gonna let you all know I definitely am. But continue on leaving your comments. Let me know who you got for your top 25. And once again, please subscribe and follow and pass along to everybody else. Because here, again, I'm going to tell you who's rising, who's falling, who are the contenders and pretenders, and all the big games that's happened. But again, top 25 this week, and then tune into my live show Tuesday evening as I discuss the rest of the news, updates, and everything going on in the college football. So let's get to it, shall we? We're going to start with 21 through 25. I got UCF, USC, Penn State, Mississippi State, and BYU. Yeah, UCF, first time, BYU and Mississippi State. I have them first time on my top 25, looking good, but there will be tested. And yeah, I got Penn State at number 23, but a lot of you are saying, what are you thinking about, right? They're number 2 in the nation. One, until they get tested, then let me see where they're going to be at, because this weekend is going to be a big and a huge weekend for Penn State. Moving on to 16 to 20, Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia Tech, Arizona, and Memphis. Texas Tech looking solid, looking very solid. Like a lot of people have predicted that they should be one of the top contenders. So I have to respect that. Indiana shining as always. Just put a humiliation on Illinois, and I'm happy. Actually, I am really extremely happy that Indiana pounded on Illinois, because the Illinois head coach, he's sort of a bully, and he's made himself known, especially last year in the bowl game against South Carolina, right? And I'm glad. And I'm telling you what, I do believe that Illinois was very, very overrated. Should have never been in the top 10. That's again a question to AP poll. Why? Why did you do that? I'm liking Georgia Tech. I think this is their season. They're gonna be contenders in the ACC. And of course, Arizona and Memphis. Like, mad respect to those two organizations and those schools. Be prepared as I move forward to the end of this segment in preparation for week 5. 11 to 15, LSU, Texas A&M, Michigan, Washington, and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, yeah, I think I have them a little bit steep high, and they're going to get tested because now they're playing SEC games, but they're looking good. I'm liking it. I think they're better than last season. Washington hasn't been tested, but they will this weekend. Oh, yeah. Michigan came out victorious. A&M was idle. Let's see what they got going on moving into this week. 6 through 10, Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Missouri. Texas, I think they finally found their mojo, but it's only against Sam Houston. Okay. Yeah, Sam Houston's is in the conference, in the NCAA Division One. Got it. Word. But is that enough practice for Texas to go ahead and be idle for this week in preparation for the SEC? Can Arch Manning actually play? Alabama, big game this weekend. Missouri, looking strong. Their defense came together toward the second half of the game. They made it happen. And Oregon, taking care of their rivals, Oregon State. Now they're going to be challenged this weekend. And lastly, 1 through 5, I have Georgia, Florida State, Oklahoma, Miami, and Ole Miss. I got to give respect to Ole Miss. Not everyone's giving them that opportunity. I think Ole Miss is functioning very well. Miami Hurricanes, Carson Beck. A little off target yesterday, but they got the job done. Oklahoma looking good. Florida State, silent, but they'll do something this weekend as they get prepped for the ACC. And Georgia, a huge game. Can they prove everyone they are the number one team in the nation? Okay. And yes, I got it. Ohio State's number one in the AP and the coaches poll. Let's see what happens this weekend. And talking about what's happening this weekend, there's my top 10. I'm solid with my top 10. Again, questionable for other schools that you believe that's going to be in the top 10. Hey, let's put our money's worth where it is because I'm a huge betting man. Okay. Starting off with a legit competition, Alabama and Georgia. With the practice games that Alabama has endured after losing week one, have they bounced back? Can they shine in Georgia? Okay. Georgia. Okay. You got to prove everyone that you are contenders. And this is going to be a spectacular game. Alabama versus Georgia this weekend. USC and Illinois. Illinois got a setback against Indiana. USC winning their games. This is the resume game right here. Who's going to shine? Ole Miss versus LSU. A lot of people talk about LSU being national champions. They haven't shown me anything in the last couple of games. Ole Miss has been handling their business. Could this be it right here? It's time to take action. Oregon versus Penn State. Is Penn State for real? Are they number two? Because they have a tremendous weak schedule. This is the only game for Penn State to shine. And for Oregon, they got a couple of challenges there, and this is one. They have an explosive offense. Can they do it? I believe they can. I believe that Oregon will upset Penn State this weekend at Pennsylvania and to shut down all the critics out there thinking that they are the best team in the nation. Here's the resume factor. And again, the top 25 doesn't come out till this afternoon for the AP poll and the coaches poll. Washington's not ranked, but I bet you they'll be ranked this weekend for Ohio State. Yeah, let's play politics here for a second, huh? I do believe that that could be a situation here. Okay. Let's talk about Indiana and Iowa. Can Iowa be ranked even though with a 3-1 record? Could they be ranked in the top 25 according to the AP polls? Just saying, add resume for Indiana to make them legit. How about Tennessee and Mississippi State? I have Mississippi State ranked. They should have been ranked last week. But now, can Tennessee bounce back? Can they add that to their resume? And again, is Tennessee for real? I don't have Tennessee in the top 25. Yeah, they got an outstanding quarterback. Yeah, they got an expressive offense. But where's their defense? I'm still scratching my head. You're playing these weak schools, but then you play Georgia, had an opportunity to knock them out, and yet your defense wasn't there. A lot of mistakes. And then you got Arizona and Iowa State. Will Arizona be ranked? I have Arizona ranked. Been having it ranked. But now they're playing Iowa State, both undefeated teams. I think the resume factor is going to tune in for week 5 to build these other teams that supposedly be contenders. Okay, so pay attention to that. Just saying, I'm not how you say venting or anything. That it's politics when it comes to adding resume and stuff like that. Because when you look at their schedule from preseason, there weren't that many. Only few schools had a lot of ranked teams, and one of them I can think of off the top of my head is Florida. Florida's playing back to back, like 5 straight games of top 25. Okay, that is a hard schedule. That is very extremely hard. Okay, but looking at all this, these are your top games that you got. Man, it's plenty of it because there's 8 of them. 8 games. And who knows if additional games will be included that results in top 25 matchups. We got to tune in and see what they have. And my comparison for the top 25 in my rankings will happen on Tuesday. So tune in to that. And once again, thank you everyone for listening to the All Four Downs podcast. I'm loving it. I hope you're loving it. And let's enjoy some more football today, shall we? Oh, yeah. Take care, everyone.